Good morning, everybody. I felt like classical music today. I don't know, maybe DMCA. It's very possible. I am gonna turn it down. It's a little bussin'. Dee. Calm down, Nutcracker. Calm down, Nutcracker. I know that, like, I guess I could go to, like, a Mozart or a Beethoven playlist, because I think those are, definitely public, what is it? Domain? Jesus. Public domain. I don't know about Nutcracker specifically, but it's hella good. This playlist is on Spotify and it's called Classical Bangers. And I said, hell yeah. Doodly doo doo. Anyways, what's up? How was everyone's weekend? It's gonna be a very short stream today. I'm so sorry. I have stuff to do. Big time stuff. But I'm sticking to my schedule, and so I'm like, listen. If I have a stream on the schedule, I'm gonna be there, even if it's just a little guy. I started making this sweater for Matt. I figured I would work on that. Because the pullover sweater I made him for Christmas is a bit itchy, and it's not all season. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make him something that is all season. So I'm working on this. This is the. Also, I thought the pattern was perfect for him because it is called the Grandpa Cardigan from Hobby. It's a free pattern, so you can download it if you feel so inclined. And so they made it in this kind of like tweed yarn. It's a little more scratchy, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. But I'm using Wool and the Gang's Shiny Happy Cotton, and so it's very smooth and nice. This is still a little loud. Nutcracker do be going hard. Some of my fondest memories of childhood is going to see the ballet with my mommy. We do be seeing the ballet, me and my mommy. Yeah, we keep in the schedule. So instead of doing green and tweed and stuff, I'm doing navy blue because that's a very Matthew color. And then the accents are this like sage, and then this one, which is called TV Static. Whoa, Ted Danson Anonymous. Thank you for gifting a sub. Good morning. Good morning. So this is just the, this part, the bottom trim here. Okay, that's as far as I've gotten. So I'm just gonna be knitting in stockinette. It's not gonna require too much attention, and so I figured, hey, I'll do it here. A lot of stuff going on here. Deedly. All right, let me see. What's the best, most comfortable position for me to be in here? Hold on. Oh. Look at this. A hair and some schmutzig. Is that nice? What the hell is this? Oh, Lord. Deleted. Cancelled. Delete the stream. End it. It's over. The Lion King slaps. That's a good musical. That was the first musical I went to see at the, Pantages big theater in LA. And when Mufasa died, I cried a lot, big time. And the people next to us were like, is she okay? My mom was like, it's fine. She's good. I was... They're like, we paid $600 for these tickets. Can you make your child stop crying so hard? I loved it, though. I was on the edge of my seat. My mom said, all right, damn, got a theater kid. That's it. I need to schluck some more of this coffee. It's scaring me how full it is. And then Matt and I went to go see The Lion King. And I left my phone in the car. We had to go back and get it. And then we were a little bit late and we missed the Circle of Life. Can you believe? Had a live on stage recreation of Finding Nemo with big fish puppets. Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, not in person. I've seen that phenomena. All right, I'm doing a pearl row here. Wish me luck. Yeah. I'm trying to figure this out. All right, well, what's up? I will tell you things that I am watching. I am watching Only Murders in the Building. I'm watching Abbott Elementary. And I am watching The Bear. Aladdin is fun. It's very much for children. It's big time for children, but it's fun. Oh no. See, one thing about this yarn is that, I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's like a lot of tiny little threads. It's a lot of tiny little threads. Oh boy, this camera sucks. This camera sucks. It's a lot of tiny little threads. And so my needles do be poking them. Do be splitting threads and stuff. Yeah, the bear is good. I just saw the episode where it's his family. Is that a good description? I just saw the episode where it's his family and Sarah Paulson is there and Bob Odenkirk, and there's a fork. There's a fork throwing incident. Boy, my bangs are a mess. It's okay, it's fine. No, it's not fine. It's not fine. It was crazy. I don't use Chaigu interchangeables. I use, these are, Lord. Knit. Pro. These ones in particular are the carbon fiber ones. I'm not as big a fan of them as the oh my god. Knit picks, maybe? I don't know, maybe. Oh my god. No, I'm not playing Cult of the Lamb today. I don't have time, because if I start playing Cult of the Lamb, I will get sucked in, and I don't have time. I am loading. This is, I mean, it's, I literally, I woke up and then I started getting ready for the stream, so I really haven't done much other than sit down here and start talking to humans. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I'm literally about to look on Amazon, because, you know. Today, I just wanted to see if anyone ever has this experience. Do you ever, like, completely forget how to do something that you do all the time? I literally forgot how to start the dryer today. For a good, like, 30 seconds, I was like, what the hell? So I do this all the time. What the fuck? You know? So I just wanted to throw some shirts in the dryer and get them fluffed up. And I was just like, what the hell? Freaked me a little. Because I had to wear this really cool shirt, and now I'm realizing no one can even see it. I don't know. I didn't receive a flood warning, but it do be raining. Yeah. Okay. Needles. Let me tell you what I got in my Amazon orders. Knitter's Pride. Jesus. Knitter's Pride. And you know why? This is just for the knitters in the chat, all 2 of you. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera to focus. I decided on Knitter's Pride, Nova Platina, because I heard they were slippery. They were slippery, and I was like, I like that slippery. And I learned that Knitter's Pride, Knit Pro, or Knit Picks, or whatever, they're the same company, Leaky, and maybe some others are like universal standard, so you can use the cords. I'm showing the cords and the needles will go together, but Xiaogu, Addy, those are proprietary, so you can only use that brand. They won't fit with other ones. And I was like, I like that. I like to switch it up, you know? Hello, Riley. Thank you so much for saying that. I have fuzz all over. I bought a Sticky Buddy. It's not called a Sticky Buddy anymore, though. It's called a Sticky. And I like it. I like that Sticky Buddy. I should use it on my microphone. Any games I'm super excited for in 2024? Hellblade. Hellblade 2. I'm extremely excited for. Matt said I can play it. My husband gave me permission to play the game. Oh, I'll tell you something else cool that we did. On Saturday, we saw comedian Gary Gulman in Santa Barbara. And Matt loves Gary Gulman, and I didn't really know about him until very recently. We watched his stand-up special on HBO called The Great Depression, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. You went to UCSB? I have some friends that went there. Santa Barbara's gorgeous. It's very expensive. We were walking around where the Lobero Theater is, and I was looking around at the street signs, and I made an observation that I felt like could be in a comedy sketch. Not a comedy sketch, a stand-up bit. I said, you know, sorry, this is not that funny. It's just a quaint observation. I said, you can tell how much money a city has by the street signs. Because Santa Barbara, and if you go to like Bel Air or Beverly Hills or like any really rich area of LA, the street signs look different. You know? They're like brown and they have a whimsical font. And I feel like that's how you know you're in a rich town. By the whimsy of the font of the street signs, you know? Isn't that a quaint observation I made? It's like Disneyland street signs a little bit. The last time I was in Santa Barbara, we saw Radiohead. Very quaint. Thank you, Bunny. Oh, Tato's yelling. Tato! I love Santa Barbara. I love that downtown area. It's so cute. But damn, expensive. Expensive. I would love to live in a like walkable area, but because we want to get the most bang for our buck in our living quarters, because we live and work here, we are in Booty Town. Booty Town, LA. Oh, really? Rosie? That's so interesting. Well, Santa Barbara is very like, a lot of areas in LA are very like Hispanic heritage type thing. I mean, Santa Barbara, Santa is saint in Spanish, I think. I'm pretty sure. So they're all very like adobes and stucco and terracotta tiles and, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe it's a everywhere thing. Like just brown signs means pay attention, this place rocks. What is your favorite Radiohead song? Mine is either No Surprise or Man of War. I really like 2 + 2 = 5. I really like Let Down. Let Down was in The Bear. I was so excited. I said, Pop! Matt and I were both like, Pop! Video a little squished? I don't think so. That's what I look like. Maybe I'm just squished. Okay, hello. Hey, come here. You want to come here? Want to come over here? Tato. He's so fat. Hi, Booker. He's a very good boy, though. He's very sweet. Ooh, I stepped on Joey real big this morning. I stepped on his tail so big, he said, and then I apologized for 2 whole minutes. Hi, Daphne. Okay, Tato, make a choice. What is it? What are you gonna do? What's the move? Do you need me to sit in a different position? Okay, well, He doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's doing. Here he is. Do you like my professional setup here? Do you like all those things on the floor you can see? Oh, Rubbins. I'm having a nice day, thank you. What's my favorite yarn? Ooh, I love this question. I love all yarns. But if we're talking brands of yarn that I like, I love Knitting for Olive. I love Wool and the Gang. I love this shiny happy cotton. It feels so nice. It's a little bit annoying to knit with because it splits so much, but yeah. I love Noro. I think their yarns are so beautiful. There's an indie dyer I love. Super Glow. Super GLO. It's just GLO. She's in Arizona. I love her stuff. Fake Sympathy loves this song. You are using shiny happy cotton? It's nice. Are you having some splitting with it? I mean, my needles are very pointy, so maybe that's part of it also. Okay, Tato laid down, guys. Tato laid down. Not too terrible. Yeah. I do be catching some stuff sometimes. Boy, this camera struggles. This camera struggles. She's struggling. She struggles. It's okay. Alright, I don't know. I don't know. Lemonade Shop's yarn? No. I will look. I'm not gonna unlock my phone again in the camera. Don't. Thank you. My messy desk. This is a mess. This is a catastrophe. She is a mess. Let's see. Lemonade Shop yarn. Have you ever seen Spin Cycle yarn? I love that. I would show you some cool yarn that I got, but I don't want to get up because I have a Tato. Alright, let's look. Let's see. Let's see these cool colorways. That's fierce. Ooh. They are beauty. Ooh. These are very pretty. Ooh, also, yeah, obviously Chrome for iOS. Hello. What am I going to use? Safari? Idiot. Idiot stuff. Let me go on my secret knitting Instagram so I can show you all the stuff I like. Opera? What, is Joe trying to use the dark web? What is that? That's Three Blind Mice. That song said, 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run. Lavender Fiber Co. Hi, Daphne. Daphne's here. Yeah. Open backed all the way. I cannot. I've never knitted before, but I want to knit Saga's sweater from Alan Wake 2. On a scale of 1 to impossible, how hard are sweaters for a complete beginner? Time is an issue. Okay, well, let me look at Saga's sweater so that I can tell you. I think it's the one with the decorations. Time isn't an issue. Okay, great. Yeah. It's the Fair Isle sweater. Listen. I will tell you, my friend I taught to knit recently, she is naturally very talented and just good at picking up things, and just like one of those people that is exceptionally good at everything for no reason. So she made her first project was a sweater. She hasn't done the sleeves yet, but she did the raglan increases and the body and was just following a video tutorial. And then her second project that she did finish was a dog sweater. So while I would like to say, what are you, crazy? I will say totally possible. It's just, it's not what I would suggest for your first thing. Especially because now Saga's sweater adds an element to it. Let me pull up a picture so that we can actually talk about this. This music is intense. Okay, so let's see. This guide, you labeled in it Saga's sweater pattern guide here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, so I will say that, hold on, sorry. Let's see. Ta-da! Okay. So this is the pattern for Saga's sweater. I would say that doing any kind of color work, which is what you see with different colors, is going to be, I don't want to say impossible for your first project. I want to say it's not going to look nice. I'm going to say you can probably do it, but you'll probably your first try will not be nice. It will not be good. This is a colorway. This is a color chart. I would say if you wanted to just do the sweater without any colors, definitely. And maybe you could go over the top of it and embroider. That would be easier, but I don't want to say don't do it and that you can't do it. But there's a lot going on here for your first thing if you're learning how to knit. Let me see. Needles, 4mm. Okay. Stitch markers, darning needle for weaving in the ends. Gauge. Okay. So it's really not hard. It's just the color work. When working color work, trap the yarn floats longer than 5 stitches on the wrong side of the work. Sweaters knitted from the top down. Yeah, start with the scarf, and if you want to practice color work, you could do like they give you the yarn that you should use. Sorry, the music is really intense right now. Cascade 220 is 100% wool. Also, that's maybe going to be pretty itchy, just letting you know. 20 yards. Are these the tiniest skeins ever? Yeah. So, but you could get this yarn that's listed on here and the colors, and you could practice this colorway on just like a square, you know? If you really were interested in it, you could practice this chart, this repeat, this pattern on just a square and just see how you feel about color work. And maybe you could do a scarf in this red color, and then the edges of the scarf would have the Fair Isle, like, repeating image. But if you're making clothes, you don't have to do this for a scarf. But if you're making clothes and you're a beginner knitter, something you're going to want to do is a gauge swatch, which is this right here. I don't know if you guys can see so good. Where it'll say 18 stitches and 25 rounds to, I assume they mean rows. It might be a different translation or something in, where's Remedy? Hingadinga Durgan in stockinette stitch. So you would cast on 18 stitches and knit for 25 rows in stockinette, which is knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And on your 5.5 millimeter needles. And then by the time you do 18 stitches and 25 rows, you measure it, and it should be 4 by 4 inches. And that's how you know that your tension is correct and that your measurements are going to be similar or the same as the pattern. I've never done a circular swatch. That's new to me. That's new information for me. I've never even heard of that. I've been knitting for 20 years. I've never heard of a circular swatch. But I believe you. Anyways, that's that. That's my little that. But I'm learning new things all the time about knitting and crocheting. I taught my friend how to crochet granny squares, and she came to my knit night thing, and we were doing the granny squares, and I was like, hey, my friend who's better at crocheting than me, can you come tell us how to make this part look better? And she was like, oh, well, are you turning your work in between each round? I was like, no, we're just going round and round. She's like, oh, well, you should turn in between each round. And I was like, what? You know, I'm always learning things that blow my mind. I'm always learning different techniques and things that people do. It's fun. Ooh, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry, Tato, I have to move you. But I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, I had to tell Matt something. I wanted to show you my new yarns that I'm excited about. I got this one, it has glitter in it. Whoa. I'm trying to get more yarns that are like my color palette rather than yarns I just think are cute. And then look at this one. When will my camera ever focus how I want it to? Oh yeah. This is a teeny little skein. It's, I don't know, 135 yards. But it's very pretty. What microplastics? Oh, the glitter? Well, I guess, but it's not like falling out. It's strands and it's woven in. And I also have those laundry bags that catch microplastics, but it's probably plastic, the glitter, but let me see. But it's not like glitter, it's tinsel. It's like long strands. It's part of the yarn. And then also with like handmade knits and stuff, I was just gonna say, I'm not putting them in the washing machine, you know? I'm like soaking them in the sink, not agitating them, in like a rinse-free wash, and then hand drying them, reshaping, laying flat to dry. You know, they're not... Don't worry, is what I'm trying to say. I have tried spinning a long time ago in the past. I have a little like hand drop spinner, and I would like to try again. I would like to spin my own yarn. I'm gonna spin a yarn. Booker's here doing something. I think that would be fun. Ugh. Like cotton candy. Yeah, I do have some wool that is... Technically, I have it for felting, but in theory, I could, you know, comb it out and spin a yarn. I haven't made any sweaters for the fur babies. I'm a selfish knitter. I like to make things for myself. No, I'm not going to raise sheep. I have thought an alpaca would be fun. I have thought about that. An alpaca or two one day would be fun. Have you seen people with Angora bunnies spinning yarn directly from their bunnies? I think it's so cute. Yeah. Olive, you get me. It's very cute. I saw one on TikTok. Hold on, I'll find it. Neat. Neat. We know that this music is going to get bussin', but that's okay. We'll turn it up a little. We know it's going to get cray. Okay, hold on. Let me find this bunny. It's going to take me a second. What is it, boyo? Dat boy boofing. Booker, hey. Relax, buddy. Booker. I don't know why. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't know why, sir. Okay, I'm just gonna search for it, because I can't find it. Isn't that cool? Anyways, that could be me one day. Just having a bunny. Spinning a bunny. Isn't that neat? Anyways. I gotta turn this down now. It's stressing me out. Are you thinking of Sleeping Beauty? A spinning wheel? What is pointy on a spinning wheel? Is there a needle on a spinning wheel? Why would you need that? Dude, Amish lifestyle is super appealing a lot of the time. I'm like, hell yeah, I get it. Spindle. Why is the spindle there? Why is it pointy? Yeah. I can't grow a beard, but I could wear a mean bonnet. Amish on the streets, gamer in my house. Oh. Or there's this lady on TikTok who has like the most beautiful house. And it looks like a magical fairy house and I want it. I saw another lady who lives in like New Zealand in a tiny house, and I don't want to live in a tiny house. I'm sorry, I just don't. I like things. I like having stuff and I like having space. But you do you. But it's the most gorgeous place. And then she goes outside and she has a beautiful garden and I'm like, oh. Aw. One day I'll have a big old garden. And I'll have like an apron and a basket and I'll go out and I'll pick flowers. I do have an Amish yarn swift, an Amish style yarn swift for winding skeins into cakes. Is that a lot of words you guys understand? Is that a lot of words that make sense? When was the moment you realized you inherited the name Gamer? You can't say when you got married. No, it was before then, for sure. I mean, listen, contrary to what the channel might say, and listen, also, the channel, videos on the channel, they're fictional. They're exaggerated experiences. I mean, they're not fictional. They're just like, it's channel version of us. You know, so they're exaggerated, they're parodies of our experiences. So I, you know, like when I met Matt, I was like, yeah, I love video games. You know, I was like, I love video games. I don't play that many right now, but I have a Wii, I have a PS2. Yes, they are carbon. I like them a lot, but I like the Nova Platina ones better. My needles. I was like, yeah, I have a DS Lite. Carbon fiber, yes, correct. My needles. So I was, I always kind of, I don't know if I would have said like, yeah, I'm a gamer. I would have just said like, I like and admire video games. And then when we really started dating, he was introducing me to more games. Before we started the channel, we played like Diablo together. We played Portal 2 co-op. We played things together. I played League of Legends before I met Matt with friends online. I wasn't good at it, but so I guess I've always been interested in video games and maybe considered myself a gamer, but now I know more about games than a lot of gamers. So I don't know, maybe after BioShock. Beating BioShock, I was like, I'm a gamer. That's it, I'm a gamer. It's over. It's over for you. It's over for you, bitches. I'm a gamer. I know, sorry. He hasn't been streaming much. He's been working on stuff. But we're going to stream Pal World, I think, after this video is done. And it should be done soon. I want to play... freaking Lethal Company. Jesus. Yeah. I did have a gamer moment during Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter. I'm excited for that too. New Monster Hunter. Wow, this is so beautiful and peaceful. Yeah, that's okay. I feel like Monster Hunter Rise just came out, even though it didn't. It was like 3 years ago. What is time? I think the Switch 2 is coming out eventually. I don't know. I have no idea. Now this row is going to go much faster because this is a knitting row, not a purling row. Listen, I don't know anything about Dragon's Dogma. I can't picture it. I don't know what kind of game it is, but maybe. Maybe. Warder Jack, you watch all the girlfriend review videos at 1.5 speed, so I seem super mellow live. I am also being mellow right now because I'm just knitting. I am. I'm like, I have a calming presence, but I'm also very fun. Best of both worlds, Hannah Montana. Oh no, sloppy steaks. I hope you feel better. That sucks. We gotta go to the dentist. You're reminding me. May I ask why you watch the videos at 1.5 speed? I'm just curious. I'm not insulted or anything. I'm just curious. Because I've heard people say that they watch YouTube videos at 1.5 speed or 2 times speed, and I don't understand why. Will you make me feel famous and show my knitting Insta on stream? Well, here's the thing. I'm not signed into Instagram on this desktop, but you can go look everybody at that if you want. Generally, we don't allow self-promotion in here. hence your deleted thing. But I do love to knit. Only space science math heavy videos I watch at normal speed. Oh, interesting. To finish them all fast? Interesting. Huh. That's interesting. Way too slow. I want to get into knitting and have some needles and yarn. How do I get myself to start? I'm a scared baby. Don't be scared, baby. I'm curious, what kind of needles and yarn do you have? What size? Listen, all you gotta do is watch a video tutorial how to cast on. Look up long tail cast on tutorial. Okay. I think that's like the go-to cast on method. Maybe not though, that's just mine. Thank you. This is a sweater for Matt. This is the bottom of it. It's going to be a cardigan. I don't have to look when I knit almost at all. Like if I'm doing something complicated, I would look, but for the most part, I mean, whoop, I lost my yarn. You know, I can just feel it. I just feel it and I know what I'm doing. You know, I have to look when I crochet though. Crocheting is much more of a Wild West. Yeah, if you're trying to, yeah, this is my one weird flex is knitting without looking. I will say when I go to my knitting club, all the old ladies are like, "You're a fast knitter." Well, thank you, Barbara. Playlist is great. Who's your favorite musician? I don't know. I mean, the Beatles. The Beatles, obviously. The Beatles are the best ones. I love Simon and Garfunkel. I love Radiohead. I love Lady Gaga. I love pop music. I love anything that you can dance to. Oh my gosh, welcome Devilman. But I also like weird stuff. I am going to make a playlist, a Spotify playlist for Patreon. Of just like songs I think are bangers and you should listen to. I like a lot of different genres. I like hyperpop a little bit if I'm in the mood. I love me some Sophie, may she rest in peace. Jamiroquai. I like everything. No, I'm not knitting an umbrella. That wouldn't be very smart. It would be a fun art piece, a knitted umbrella. I mean, I've seen crocheted parasols and stuff. So. No, I haven't heard of Daddy Fryer. We were actually talking about doing another vlog soon. I mean, we have to do 2 videos this month. Hee. So the second video of the month is probably going to be something like games we didn't review or a vlog. We're not sure about vlog locations, but we've been talking a little bit about like going to different like expos or conventions that are just like random. You know, like the Reptile Super Show I really would like to do that. I'm doing a vlog at the Reptile Super Show. It's not happening anytime soon, but you know, that would just be fun. Or like going to like Bass Pro vlog. You know. FurryCon. No, because I don't want to like make fun of anyone. You know, I don't want it to be like, whoa, look at this weird niche culture. I just want it to be like a hobby I know not much about. I guess like FurryCon. I mean, you can go to FurryCon and not make fun of furries. I don't want to make fun of furries. Yeah, that's true. We could just be like, wow, look at these happy, beautiful people. Look at these happy, beautiful furries enjoying their fursonas. Your mom breeds snakes and reptiles? That's dope. I would like one, but not actually. In theory, I would like one. In theory, like, a corn snake would be fun. But I don't want to feed them little tiny baby mice. I don't like it. But I love snakes. I think snakes are cool. Well, casual cheeseburger, this grandma is knitting a grandpa cardigan. This is the bottom of the grandpa cardigan. Oh, hello. I love snakes. I love reptiles. I think they're awesome. I could do a reptile that eats crickets. But then you're willingly bringing crickets into your home. And it's inevitable that one of them is going to escape, and I don't want it. Yeah, tortoises are cool. Yeah, I like a bearded dragon, but I don't know, like, everybody loves a bearded dragon. There are so many of them. I like, I don't know, interesting things. I had an anole for a while. I had hermit crabs. I've had fish, lots of fish. I think tortoises are cool. I just, you know. With a tortoise, I don't want it to live outside, but I guess I could bring it in during the... You really have to tortoise-proof your home, wherever the tortoise is going to be. Yeah, I'm sure you get used to feeding your snake. Leopard geckos are cool. I think if I were to get like a lizard, I think it would be a chameleon. Chameleons are so cool. Chameleons are dope. Crested geckos are cool. Thought about sulcata tortoise. Wait, where are you from the south to? Well, I'm from LA. I had hermit crabs. Yeah. Well, I'm sort of used to managing environments. You know, the fish has not been an easy environment to manage. Oh, you guys, Snailer Moon died. I'm sorry. My nearite snail died. Sorry to break the news. Yeah. Sorry. Her time had come. I mean, not really. I don't know how old she was, but I got her already when she was really big. Like, you know, big, decent sized snail. So I'm sure that she was already really old. We're fine. But I did bury her in the backyard and I made a little tombstone for her. I was prepared for it. She was moving really, really slow for a while. And then I saw her go into her shell and like kind of stay there for a while, and so I moved her into a tiny tank to monitor, because you don't want a big dead thing in your fish tank. It will make an ammonia bomb, throw off the balance. So I put her in the tiny tank, and I gave her and I put some food in there too, and she never came out. So I said, all right, rip in peace. And I buried her under the rose bushes. I think she lived a good life. But we have another, that tank is so full of snails. Not nearite snails, but like pond snails, bladder snails, ram's horn. There's some ram's horn snails in there. They're just tiny, they're itty bitty, but I definitely have a snail. I guess it's a problem, but snails are fine for a tank. The ecosystem is pretty balanced in there. There's also Daphnia, I think, a colony of Daphnia that are eating things, and little Deridus worms, whatever they're called. So there's quite an ecosystem going in there, but one of the pond snails got so big that he... Listen, I have impressive knowledge about many things. I love to know things. I'm very good at knowing things. This is my ADHD. I hyperfixate on something and then I absorb all of the knowledge about that one thing. So the pond snail got so large that we decided he needs a name, because he's obviously a permanent resident. I am cracked at trivia. Thank you for guessing. So is Matt, though. He's also very cracked at trivia. The big pond snail, I have a picture of him. His name is Chippin' Snail. Matt named him. I haven't seen him in a little bit, but, you know. I was thinking about, now that Snailer Moon is dead, I was thinking about maybe getting something else for the tank, like some pygmy cories or something. A little suckerfish. But I don't know. Maybe not. Sorry, I'm looking for a snail pic. Send snail pics. Oh, nope. That's Snailer. This is a video. Oh. There he is. Oh. There's Calcifer. It's a beautifully shot video. Calcifer's eating some food. Good boy. Look at him go. What a pretty man. Anyways, that's Chippin' Snail on his little leaf. I don't really want a frog. I find them a little bit gross. Not because they're like them, they are gross animals, but like for a long time in my childhood, I went to an after-school care thing with a lady who had a bunch of lizards, a bunch of snakes, a bunch of frogs. She had all sorts of animals. And I just found the frog habitats to be gross. You know, I just didn't, it's like really wet. It's moist and not, I don't like their poo and their pee. It's not nice. It's just very damp and dank. I don't mind slimy, you know. I don't mind slimy. I mean, hello, snails, fish, but it's just like a very like dank, moist habitat is not, I don't know, stanky. Oh my gosh, thank you, Just Tally. Thank you so much. I'll pass that along to Matt. Those are some very nice compliments. I like spiders, though. I know a lot of people don't like spiders. I don't mind them. A math teacher with a pet tarantula. She would keep boxes of maggots on the table and use them as food for it. I guess that works, yeah. A spider would be cool. I think jumping spiders are so cute. I found one in my house. You guys being good at trivia really explains how you're able to come up with so many jokes, memes, and references in your video. You're right, it does. You're correct. We're very good at that. I'm teasing. But maybe that probably is a correlation. Like, things just... You lock them away in the vault. I don't mind a daddy long legs. I like them. They're cool, I think. They're so chill. Storage situations for all the memes in the videos, how do you catalog it? We don't. I mean, it got, like, I'll explain it. We pull from a variety of different sources. Source number one is the brain. There's a catalog in here of things. And I have a good, I don't know, I have a thing. It might be like my musicalness, but I hear things, or like, I don't know. I hear things. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, the brain is one reference place. And then also I have a document on my phone. Yeah, I guess it's synesthesia. Yeah. Like, I can just hear certain things in a sing-songy way. Like, sorry, this is a side note. Like, when I'm watching Jeopardy or something, I will know the answers to things, but if you asked me what the thing I just said was, I don't know if I would be able to tell you, but I can hear the answer and like associate it based on like words or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can just hear these things that went together, these words that went together, and like it comes out, you know? Anyways, so there's that. I have a document on my phone that if we're watching something, a movie, a TV show, and we see something that's like, that might be funny for a reaction to something or for this certain situation, then we'll write down the show, the episode, who said it. And then also on Reddit, at Reddit and Twitter, we're both like bookmarking or saving things that we're like, that's funny. Save that for something. And then when we go to write a script, we'll look at all of these things that we've saved and be like, oh, that would work for this finally, you know, something like that. So that's basically how the memes are made. I mean, what was it? I feel like there was something recently where I'm like, I'm so glad we're finally using this thing that I've really wanted to use for a while. Yeah, that's how it goes. I think we're, I did a recent watch through of Pen 15 again, which I just think is the most brilliant special show ever. And I've put some things on the list, and I think one of them is going in this video, so that's fun. It's so good. It's so good. It's so brilliant. It's so good. Fiddler crab or axolotl? No, I know axolotls also have a very particular environment requirement. I don't know. I think axolotls are so cute, but they're not like with a lizard or something. They're cute, and then you can pick them up and you can kiss them on the head. But like an axolotl, I don't want to kill it, you know? They're very delicate. And they look like for to kiss on the head, but they're not for to kiss on the head. Same with crab. Calcifer also not for to kiss on the head, but that's okay. He's very small. I was really bummed because as a kid, I got the Anole at my dad's house. My dad's house was always where we had the, like, weird pets. Birds, fish, lizards, hermit crabs. That was a dad's house thing. Mom's house was dog and cat. We had a cat, too, at my dad's house. I was very disappointed when I realized as a child that the Anole I had just gotten was small and not the kind of lizard that you pick up and you play with. Like, you pick up your Anole and then it's so small and fast that it's gone in a second. So she was just for looking at. But we always had stuff like that. My dad was always very interested in creatures like that. His parents owned a tropical fish and bird store in LA for a little while. I don't know the exact timeline of it, but when he worked there for his parents, he worked with a lot of the birds and the fish and stuff and learned a lot about that, but he taught himself how to train birds, tame them, working with birds and stuff. So we always had fish, birds, etc. creatures. So I was going to my dad's house and I was like playing with hermit crabs and watching horror movies and watching Flavor of Love, and I'd go back to my mom's house and she was like, "You're not allowed to watch SpongeBob and here's a dog." I was like, all right, damn. Finally, though, one day I made my mom sit and watch SpongeBob. I was like, "Mom, listen to me. Trust me, just watch." She was like, "Okay, you're right. That's fine. You can watch that. I'll allow it." I've chilled with a lot of bearded dragons. I like them a lot. I just think that they're typical. They're too typical for me. Everybody has a bearded dragon, but they're really cute and sweet. I like them a lot. And they all look the same. I think that's my problem too, is that there's not a lot of variation color-wise or whatever. Like, I want an animal to look like no other animal, I guess. Does that make sense? That's why I don't like purebreds, really. Purebred dogs. I don't know. I like them to have a unique look. I've chilled with a lot of bearded dragons. I have. My friend Megan had one growing up. A lot of people I knew had bearded dragons growing up. So they are very chill. They're good animals. They're great pets. But if you have any kind of pet, but especially lizards, reptiles, amphibians, fish, like that sort of thing, please do your research, because they seem like really simple, easy, and birds. They seem like really simple, easy pets. Hamsters too. Like anything small that you see at Petco and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's a pet you get for a kid." Please do your research, because that's not a quality of life for those animals, is to just be in a cage this big with a hamster wheel, or a fish tank like this with a plant on top for a bed of fish. you know, like, please give them good life. Make sure that the parameters of their environment are good. Make sure that the humidity and the temperature is good for your lizard, that they have a place to escape the heat if they need to, because you will literally bake your lizard under the heat lamp. You know? Or they will freeze to death. That's what happened to Frida, unfortunately. My Anoli. We went out of town and I gave her crickets and the light bulb went out in her heat lamp while we were out of town, and I came back and she was dead and her eyeballs were gone. It was so weird. It was scary. Didn't like it. It was not good. It was so tragic. I was like, Dad! Oh, God, how old was I? I was in elementary school, I think. I mean, that's the thing. When you have a lot of, like, pets like that, they die. And it's a good way to teach kids about death, I guess. Lots of fish died, and each one was extremely devastating for me. But, you know, so is life. Oh my gosh, Barryon, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. I remember one time with the hermit crabs. I had 3 hermit crabs. I've told this story before, so I'm sorry if you've heard this already. I had 3 hermit crabs. Their names were, first I got Hermie and Shermie, and then I got a third one. Her name was Cassidy. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I ditched the name scheme that I had, but Hermie, Shermie, and Cassidy. And Hermie was my favorite, if I'm being honest, because he was little and he didn't grow so good, so I don't know what his problem was. But anyways, they lived for a while. I enjoyed them. And then they started to pass. And Hermie, I think, was left with like one of the other. I don't know. One of them died. And then I think Hermie was the last one to live. I think. I don't remember. One of them was alive. Anyways, one of them was left. Sorry. One of them was left. And my dad came to me when I went to his house one day, and he was like, Shelby, I'm so sorry. I found Hermie dead. We'll say it's Hermie for story's sake. No. Ooh, I was devastated. I was so sad. We moved the empty tank out of my room. It was in my bedroom. Moved it onto the coffee table. And I was sitting at the coffee table one evening, and the tank was there, and it was still all set up and everything. And I was doing my homework or something, eating, who knows. And I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. Hermie is crawling across the tank. I said, Dad? And he was like, oh my God, what? And he went into the freezer because all the dead creatures went into the freezer. We had a freezer full of dead goldfish. Anyways, he went into the freezer. He pulled out the body of Hermie. But it wasn't the body of Hermie. It was the molt of Hermie. Hermie had molted and simply left behind an empty skin, empty exoskeleton. And he tricked my father. And that was a happy surprise to find. And then he lived for a little while after that, and it was beautiful. The end. I do want a snake, but I don't know. Ooh, we have some singing today. Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about the death freezer. I don't know. It was a dad's house thing. It was an ABBA thing. I think it was because, like, I wanted to bury them. I didn't want to throw them away. I didn't want to flush them down the toilet. But we lived in an apartment building, and there wasn't really a lot of, like, burying opportunities. So they would just go into a Ziploc bag. He would put them in a Ziploc. He would put them in a paper towel. Like a paper towel and then a Ziploc and then put them in the freezer. So at certain points, we did have multiple dead fish in the freezer or dead creatures in the freezer. I think it's pretty normal. Yeah. No nearby pet cemetery. What am I gonna do? Pay for a plot for my frickin' hermit crab? No. But my mom had a house, the house I grew up in. So sometimes we would take them, we would transport them to my mother's house. But in the meantime, they would go in the freezer so that it wasn't like a little rotting fish. Yeah, hold on to them until technology is ready to bring them back. Freeze an animal for like 2 to 3 weeks if the soil isn't contaminated. Oh, interesting. Well, I didn't freeze Snailer Moon. I hope that's okay. I just put her directly from the tank into the hole in the rose bushes. I don't bury animals. Really? I'm not a unless they're like this big. I'm more of an ashes kind of gal. So I actually have a box of ashes right here. Oh no. Oops. Because I told you I've been going through stuff. I've been doing some spring cleaning. Oh boy. Want to see my dead things? This is a good stream. Leave me alone. Well, I don't... It is weird. I don't normally just have them right next to me. I just took them out and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them. So... Yeah, I have them all together just because, you know, we move. And I put them in a box and then I put them in a closet or something. Anyways... Oh. Okay. So these are feathers from my cockatiel Chachki, who I can't tell you how much I fucking loved this bird. Okay? He was my soul mate. My little cockatiel Chachki. Tato, you remember Chachki? Remember? You were there. Okay. Listen, that's the thing about my stream. You never know what you're gonna get. You have 10 baby cockatiels? Yes, I want one. I want 10 of them. Can I have 10? No. Don't tempt me. I'm a little traumatized, to be honest. Chachki traumatized me when he died. Right, Tato? You were there. So that's his ashes are in here. In this box. And here's why, I'll tell you. After Chachki, I didn't want another bird, but there is some are pure white and yellow. Chachki was white. These are mostly his feathers. So he was white with a little bit of gray, so you can see there's some like gray feathers in there. So good. It smells like him. Dusty. Anyways, I wasn't planning on getting another bird after Chachki died because I was devastated. But there's if you're ever in the San Fernando Valley and you want to go look at some cool birds, there is a place in, I guess it's Van Nuys, called Birds Plus. And it's been there for years, and it's a great bird place. It's crazy loud in there, but, you know. So I would go in there often just because I wanted to. I just wanted to go, like, pick up birds and touch them and look at them and talk to them. And I still will occasionally. I'm not as close to it anymore, but, you know. I went into Birds Plus one day just to look, and there were 2 budgies, parakeets, a blue one and a green one, and they were just like a pair, and they were young. They weren't like hand tamed, so I was trying to work with them a little bit. I bought them. And then, like, I kid you not, like, I had them for like a week, and then one of them died. And then the other one died. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I called the guy and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that these birds died. And he was like, oh, man. Well, do you want new ones? And I was like, no. I was like, no, I can't. So it was like, and I got tchotchke because I was like in the throes of grief over my father who trained birds. And I had birds with him. So when tchotchke passed, I was like, Dad! It was a lot of that. And then I got these guys, and then they died, and I was just like, anyways, that's them, Will and Grace. Will and Grace, the little ones, they're in there. Okay. And then this is my dog I grew up with. Savannah, with her little fur and her ashes and the little thing. Oh, bubber flubber. And there's her fur there. And then my dad. But that's a huge big box. So, that's my box of dead things and the feathers. Oh, look at that one. Look at that one, half and half. Cool. I'll get a bird one day, but I'm, you know, a little traumatized. And also, having a bird is a lot. And Matt is a sensitive man to, like, sleep disturbances and just noise pollution. And I think a bird would bother him. I think he doesn't quite understand how noisy even a small bird is. Family cat passed away last year. My mom found out about a company that incorporates the fur into yarn. I have a bunch of fur. I have a bunch of fur from Joey and Potato and Daphne, and I mean Booker doesn't have hair that does that really. But yeah, I have some in a jar that I could felt or I could make into yarn if I wanted to. Uh-oh, I split my yarn. A painting you can, like, clip tufts of fur on, so it looks like a dancer's hair to save keepsakes of all your fluffers forever. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I really like the, I think next time, I don't want to, like, plan to lose a pet, and, like, losing a cat and a dog, like, those are really awful, devastating times. But for the next time that will inevitably happen, I think I will get, like, a wool felted figurine of them, you know, to look identical to them. Not me, I'm not that good at it, but I will commission one, maybe with some of their hair in it. With tchotchke, I don't have it on me right now, but I do have a necklace that I got off of Etsy, and I sent her some of his feathers, and then she put one of them in resin and featured it on the necklace. And it's really beautiful. I think that's a really nice way to preserve something like that. But I'm all about, like, macabre mourning things. I don't know if I would go so far as to, like, taxidermy anything, but I get it, and I think it's cool and interesting, but when it's your personal pet, I don't know. It's a little... I do see people doing, like, just a paw taxidermy to, like, keepsake. But I don't know, dude. It's a little... And I have to think about them, like... Taxidermy is not a pretty process, is the thing. And, like, it's just a little disturbing to think about that being done to your pet. Is this fun to talk about? But if you can get over that, if that doesn't bother you, then I think taxidermy is a really cool way to immortalize something. Honestly. Call me weird, call me Norman Bates. I think taxidermy is cool. Specimens. I think specimens are cool. I like it all. I'm very into the curiosities of the world. I'm interested. Potato is slipping further and further down my legs. No, I don't think you can taxidermy fish. But I have seen people keep them in specimen jars. Gotta go, not because taxidermy, I really don't think there's anything you could say that would make me want to leave. Okay, go ahead. I'm not gonna stay too much longer either. I have stuff to do, remember. I would love to go to the Mutter Museum. I want to go so bad. Yeah, I've seen people get skeletons mounted too. That's cool. Aw. One of my friends commissioned someone off of Etsy to make a picture of their current dog with their dog that had passed away before they got this dog, and I thought that was sweet too. Yeah, I would love to go there. I love that kind of stuff. It's gone now. I don't think it survived COVID, but the Museum of Death in Hollywood was crazy. It wasn't nice though. It wasn't like, oh, interesting. It was like, ugh. It was not a ugh. It was frightening, but I liked it a lot. Yeah. There were like crime scene photos and stuff at the Museum of Death. There were like original pieces of art from John Wayne Gacy, quilts that the Manson family had made, you know, stuff like that. And then some like reproductions of famous crime scenes, like Heaven's Gate. They had like a room that you could like peek into that was just like bunk beds full of fake dead people in Nikes. I was just like, ugh. And then the last room of the Museum of Death it looked like a funeral with like a coffin or whatever, like an open casket or something, but they had an autopsy playing on a TV. I did think that was interesting. There were all sorts of strange things there. Bye, thank you for the air hug. VR chat, yeah, maybe. No, we have a lot of things on the list to do this year. Maybe we'll put that on there. That would be fun. I don't know how much there is to say about VR chat, but it's a funny idea. taxidermy is really cool. I do think it's cool. There's people that I follow on TikTok and Instagram and stuff that are really talented taxidermy artists. And I just think it's so neat. And I also think it's neat when people make art with like insect specimens or even like little taxidermy scenes like in Dinner for Schmucks. I think it's really cool. Like, if I met someone that made little taxidermy scenes with mice, I would be like, that is so awesome. Please, can I come over and can you show me how you do it? I want to watch. I think I could handle sitting in on an autopsy. It would be bizarre. It depends on the manner of death. You know, depends. But I think I could do it. I've seen a lot of Narnar surgeries and dead stuff. The who and the how, I think, would depend. My wife crochets and always thought knitting looked too difficult. How do you think they compare? I'm a better knitter than I am crocheter. I do think crocheting is probably easier to learn, but I feel it's easier for me to knit. I think it just depends, though. I like the look of knitting more, generally. I don't think it's hard to learn how to knit, though. I think it's just a different feeling, I guess. Yeah. There's positives and negatives to both. Knitting uses less yarn than crochet does. Crochet is faster than knitting. Knitting, I think, looks a little cleaner and nicer, just in my personal preference. But knitting can also be done on a machine, and crochet cannot. So, if she likes the aesthetic, if the main reason why she wants to knit is just for the aesthetic, she should try Tunisian crochet. That might be a thing she might be interested in. Tunisian crochet ends up looking a lot like knitting, to the point where it's like extremely difficult to tell. Somebody brought in something the other day to knit night that was Tunisian crochet, and I was just like, that looks like knitting. What the hell? I don't think I would have been able to tell. So maybe she'd like that. If she enjoys crochet and is intimidated by knitting, that's a good compromise. Tunisian crochet is done on a very long... It's almost like... a lot of them will have a cord like this in here, but instead of a needle, it's a crochet hook. And then what you're doing is making all of these loops, and then you're passing them over, you're going back and forth, you're passing the loops over the hook. So there's like a setup row and then a pass over row, and then you go back and forth making loops and then going through the loops and then making loops and going through the loops. I don't know how to do it, but it's raining. I hear it. Sorry, I'm trying to focus my cam. Yeah. But that might be an option if she wants it. I would like to try it, I think. I think I might take a Tunisian crochet class. Just see what's up. More stretchy. Just handle the loom for weaving. That's fun. I want to learn how to loom weave too. That's the thing, I want to do everything. I love fiber arts. I love all of them. Embroidery, cross stitch, needle punch, wool felting, macrame, crochet, knitting, all of it. I want it all. Yeah, I do find that crochet is just a little like thick and chunky. It can't, unless you're using like a very fine yarn and a tiny little hook, it's hard to make it look like delicate. Spinning. I have a drop spindle. Teach some classes, but not sure that's viable full time. I'll tell you how you make a career from knitting. You write patterns. You write patterns and you sell them like on Etsy or Ravelry, and then you're passively making income because people can just purchase and download. It's not a thing you have to ship, you know. Test knitting also, but test knitting doesn't pay very well. But yeah. I have made Afghans, I guess, technically. Those are both crocheted. Crocheted blankies. That one on top of there is just a giant granny square. I just kept going round and round. Yeah. Test knitting is not good. But if you... I mean... I think writing patterns is like a really great way to make a little cash. I've thought about it a little. Not that I'm making anything complicated. I'm not. It's like, you know, I designed and made from just my brain a sweater for my mom, and I, you know, have some things that I have just designed and made from my brain, but I don't know if anyone wants my stupid baby patterns. They wouldn't be complicated, you know. I've thought about, like, it would be fun to put together a book of patterns that are, like, gaming inspired. There's, like, 1,000 of them already. But, you know, more subtle, like, just using colors from certain characters or whatever, or maybe, like, making something that they might wear. That's just, like, a little bit more subtle and not just, like, Mario's frickin' hat. Or, like, the Master Sword, you know. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, guys. No, I don't make amigurumis. I should try, though. I bought some really cute kits from a guy who makes and sells them at Fiber Fair. I got them. The yarn we bought a couple years back, and she crocheted a kippa and a scarf, which turned out looking like matzah, so we got more of that. I'm currently weaving an afikoman bag out of that. How fun! Wow, really Jewing it up over there, huh? Oh my god, this yarn is bugging me. Getting caught on my mouse and stuff. Not so subtle J drop. Heavy J drop. Big time Jew stuff. Emblems or scenery from the game, less iconic but still recognizable. Yeah, like something like that. Yeah. Like think about oh, Tato Tato really slipping. Like cake no. I lost it. No, I wasn't going to say cake from Portal. I was thinking like a doily or something to go under a cake, like a placemat. I don't know, and I backed out. I didn't like it. I didn't like where it was going. Maybe I wrote some down. Sometimes I take notes on my phone. One of the things I wrote down, I could never make this. I don't know why I wrote it down. Sorry, I'm not focusing. I can't do it. Okay, kind of. All right. Goose. I wrote down goose from Goose Game. The thing I could never do, though, is mushroom flower crown from The Last of Us. I could never make that. I don't know why I wrote that down. And then I did write down, like, hats that are, you know, obvious. Tortellini flower crown. Geese. Yeah, geese. What is the yarn project that you have most liked doing? Oh, visible mending, yes. I think I really liked Anchor's summer shirt by Petite Knits. That was really fun to make, and because it was a shirt, I didn't have to do big sleeves. Just did little sleeves. I'm almost done. Oh, let me show you. Okay, I wet blocked this yesterday, so it's dry now. I'm gonna take it out. This is the Ophelia blouse. It's not done yet because I need to actually crochet. Hi, bye. I need to crochet a peacoat edge on here. Add buttons. And add buttons. And I put safety pins where I think the buttons will go. I do kind of want to take it out. Because this was a curly mess before I blocked it. Wet blocking is when you wash and pin your garment into place, and then it dries and it holds that shape. Do I have like a little bowl or something so I can put these tiny pins in? Oh, I have something. All the freaking trinkets I have. They will go in here in this cherub thing. Here, I don't know. Never mind. Bye. I rarely use Ravelry. I hate the website. I think it's so ugly. I think it's almost impossible to use. And you would think that after all this time and having it be the biggest source for patterns anywhere, biggest like user generated place, database, forum, everything for knitters and crocheters, you would think that they would make it nice, and it's not. It's not nice. It's awful. There's not a compatible app. It's absolute ugly garbage. And if you want some tea on it, the YouTube channel Made in the Moment, she has another channel, Emma in the Moment. One of them. Emma in the Moment, Made in the Moment. She does video essays on like craft related drama. I didn't know I needed it, but I needed it. And the one on Ravelry is fierce. I don't know if you guys remember when I was working on this top, but I was like having to straighten out the lace part. So you can see, hey, thank you for subscribing, AJ. Because it was so like curly Q. But now that I've blocked it, I don't have to do that. Yeah, Pinterest is not as bad as Ravelry, in my humble opinion. Ta-da! Oh, it's cute. Aw. Ugh, I love wet blocking. It's so good. It made it so nice. Before, this looked like a shirt for an infant baby. Oh my god, it's soft too. Oh, it's softened up so much from the wash. I ordered buttons on Etsy so that I can start the edging. The picot edging. Yeah, because it said not to start the edging until you have buttons. Uh-oh, this is curling still. Whatever. It's not going to be perfect, but, you know, it's better now that it's blocked. At least it's sort of holding its shape. Yeah. But look. Oh, come on, bitch. Damn. I think it's the nature of the lace and the stockinette is curling. Oh, come on. I might have to do another pass at it. Anyways. Now my big weird cherub is full of pins. And I have all these sharp things here. Oh, I gotta go soon. Don't step on that. Don't step on those. Okay, we're safe now. All the pointies are put away. So yeah, once my buttons arrive, I can finish this. But this was a really fun make too, is what led me here. Having the scratchies today, which is not good because we gotta record some stuff. Admiring my work. This took a long time. Going back and forth. It's not in the round, going back and forth in stockinette stitch with tiny needles and tiny yarn. Aw. But it's cute. I'm gonna try it on later. I know, time for tea for real. My glasses are from TJ does it say? TIJN. Terrible name. Scrat Stillet. Boy. Is the maker of that pattern from Norway or Finland or anywhere up there? Sweden? Because that is quite a name. TIJN, yeah. Some cheap glasses company. One of those cheap glasses companies. Ah, yes. Yeah. I don't remember her name who made this. The Ophelia one. I love My Favorite Things knitwear though, and she's one of those Nordic ones. And Petite Knits also. Like all my favorite knitwear designers are from where it's summer. Where it's summer is daytime all the time. You know. They know what's up. Nice and simple. Hygge. I would like to try a West Knits pattern, but I'm scared. I borked the lace on this one so bad. This part is fine. But let me see. You can see where I borked it. No, this part is fine too. There are definitely a lot of parts that I borked. Look at that. What the hell is that? Actually, that doesn't look so bad. Kind of. You can kind of see. It's not correct. So that's why I'm afraid to do a West Knits pattern. Because intricate stuff is not my forte. I like to just be on autopilot. I lose track of stuff. It's kind of like when they give spiders LSD. Exactly. That's my knitting style. Spiders on LSD. That's how I like to knit. I'm just going to finish this row and then I'm going to bounce. It's going to take like 2 seconds to finish this right now. Again, got stuff to do. I have a call today. Oh my. And I have to go piss, girl. All right, it's Monday. What are the goals of the week? What's this week gonna be? Good, I hope. I think this week is going to be a little cuckoo bananas. We got lots of stuff to do. Gotta bust out some videos. No one is answering what kind of week they're going to have. Well, my goals of the week are to stay on track and to be productive. Oh, you're nursing a breakup. Well, you nurse that breakup. You take care of that tender heart. Say, ooh, it's a baby bird. Personal goal for me, find a name for my therapy private practice. Ooh. Call it Crybabies. Work through any surprise anxiety I get this week. Amen. But you know what? When you feel anxiety, tell someone. Just hopefully you have someone that you can just be like, I'm feeling anxious. I don't know why. This is causing me anxiety. This makes me feel stressed. The idea of doing this, and then that helps a little bit sometimes. Of course. Thank you for being here for my cozy start to the week on this rainy day in LA. I hope that we all start the week on a good foot. Feeling yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing. Design time. I'm trying to just go into Matt and be like, I'm feeling anxious. And he'll say, why? And I say, I don't know. But I have to do this thing, and that idea of doing it is making me a lot of anxious, or that I haven't done this thing yet. And then it makes me feel a little better just to tell. What is your connection with Hebrew? Jewish, and my dad spoke Hebrew. I don't speak Hebrew. And a lot of my friends spoke Hebrew. And then I worked at a preschool and learned some Hebrew for preschoolers. Hebrew on a preschool level. That's my connection. I learned ma, bakufsa. I should have sang that when I pulled my box with all the dead things in it out. Say, what's in the box? And it's ashes of my dead pets. And on that note, with the music coming to an end, I will say, Dainu. What behaviors and beliefs make a person Jewish? Not. There are lots of ethnic Jews that have no behaviors and beliefs. And that's what I will leave you with to think about. There is a Jewish religion, Judaism, but also just Jews. That's me. Anyways, I hope you had a beautiful start to your week with me here, talking in your ear. I hope for you that this week brings a lot of exciting things, some pleasant surprises, some productivity, some joy, and some relaxation. Thank you for being here. Be good, make good choices, and I will see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.